Salute, 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 peace and blessings. Y'all already know who this is and what this is. This is your boyfriend, the extortion underscore 101. Thank you for tuning in on putting it all on the table. Peace and blessings to everybody. Hope everybody feeling good, doing good. Hope everyone is great. Family, friends, loved ones. You know, blessings to everyone around the globe, around the world. You know, just remember, if things didn't go as planned, if things might have not worked out the way you might have expect things to work out had gone, you know what? It doesn't end there. It doesn't stop there. You still have tomorrow and you still got many more days. Just remember, don't quit. Never give up. Keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? You already know, man. Salute, man. Please smash that like on the way in, y'all, or on the way out. It don't matter either or. You know what I'm saying? Or if you don't smash the like, it don't even matter because I don't know. It just don't matter. You do it from the kindness of your heart. If you feel like supporting, smashing a like, it's not gonna get you indicted. You're not gonna lose your fortune, your home, your family, your wife or kids. You're not losing anything by smashing a like. All right. So salute everybody. How's it going? Jazzy P, blessings. Cosmology Bay. Salute. I'm gonna drop the link right now. Yeah, man. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Yo, I didn't even go to work yesterday. I had to do some things today, so I wasn't gonna be able to do it if I would have gone to work today. So last night. So I just took the time off. It felt weird calling out too. But it's all good though. I'm chilling. I'm blessed. You know. Do I want more in life? Yeah, I want more. But you know what? I'm blessed. I'm thankful and grateful for right now for what for what I have. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain. Cosmology Bay, I dropped the link for you, my brother. You can hit that link whenever you like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my people. Oh man, today, man, in the morning, reckless motherfuckers, man, taking my son to school this morning and having a beautiful conversation with him. Motherfucker almost ran me and my son over, blowing through the stop sign. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, how people don't respect life. Cosmology Bay, salute, brother.
Peace, peace, salute. What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you perfectly loud and clear. Yeah,
All right,
Cosmo.
good, good.
This morning, bro, I was taking my young one to school. You know what I'm saying? And
right,
young people, they might be couple or friends, a male and a female driving. The dude's the one rolling up, and it's a stop sign. So me and my son about to cross. The girl just pick up a little bit more speed and just blow through the stop sign. But lucky I grabbed my son and pushed him back. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I was like, there's a stop sign, dickhead. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And the nigga was like, suck my dick. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And they kept the movie. He screamed it out the window. But I was saying to myself at that moment, you know what I'm saying? That type of motherfucker is the one that got to deal with the consequences because he don't know no better. He's too busy trying to prove the world that he's somebody.
Right.
And it doesn't take much but for having consideration for other people and just slowing down and stopping at a stop sign. Let a
Right.
person cross. It doesn't hurt. It'll
He,
hurt you more.
he,
It'll hurt
he
you.
put his life in jeopardy. He put other people's lives in jeopardy.
Right. Now, on top of that, the girl is the driver. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Him as the man, he should have been, yo, you got to be careful. You blowing stuff. But I guess some people, they don't think like that. But that was a scary situation this morning for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you didn't get hurt or anything. Good.
Right. But your Cosmology Bay, that's why I always when my mom's always told me, look both ways. Look behind you when you're walking. You always got to watch your back. You don't know, look all over the place. Even look up the tree. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it is. A branch could be about to fall, and you don't pay attention. That shit just fall in your head.
And you know it's crazy because even when I go down a block that's a one way, before I cross the street, I look both ways. You know what I mean?
Because cars try to cheat and take it as a shortcut.
Yeah, they might be running from police, anything. Yeah.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? And man, that was the shit that I was like really disappointed this morning. And I really didn't appreciate a nigga telling me suck his dick. I was like, okay, But in the real life, if he was out that car, I don't think I would have done anything to him. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to, because I got my kid with me. So I will be the bigger man, a better person. I will play the smarter role. I'll be like, nah, I gotta keep my son protected, safe. So I'm the type of dude, I will walk away from the problem if I got my kids with me. Even if I don't have my kids. But I would definitely, with no hesitation mind, I will walk away because I got my child with me. So I gotta man.
You know what they say? They say that everybody and every situation becomes our teacher when we get wise. So it's good that you're able to bring that to your platform and get advice from people, and you talk about your situation. People learn, because as we get older, we learn that those are just words, and we kind of react to it. We don't allow it to activate us. Right. But I'm just glad that it's a good thing that you're a wise brother, because if you wasn't, or if it was probably like years before, somebody probably would have got hurt or something like that. So I'm just glad that you handled it, like a real G. You know what I mean?
Yo, Cosmo.
What's up?
People running in around this world without respecting life, not appreciating the little bit they have. And I said this before. We all blessed because we all have been given a chance to live and get a taste of life. But we all blessed in different ways. Some of us may have more, some of us may have less.
Right.
But it doesn't mean you're not blessed. Just look at it.
And it doesn't mean that it can't be taken away from you either. You know what I mean?
Right. And like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, or was it yesterday or the day before? I don't remember when I did the live. I did the live, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. Well, I don't remember because I be having so much shit going on, I keep forgetting. But I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday, I did a live about it's amazing how life and people change. And and I always say that since I've done this YouTube, it's amazing how life could change for anyone. That's why I never really like calling people bum, because right now, today, I know it's Friday. I know I know it's Friday and Friday morning, and I also know that the weather is 52 degrees out there, right?
Right.
I know there's traffic. I know, but I don't know what's coming for me with time. So today could be my day that all hell, could, break loose. I could have my worst experience today. So I never downplay other people in those type of ways. You understand what I'm saying? Bobby, blessings. Ice Lady, blessings.
Shout out to the chat.
I don't talk down on nobody because I may have a roof over my head right now, and later on I might receive a letter and I might be evicted. You know what I'm saying? I don't do anything to be evicted, but you never know when you could go through some shit, whether you right or wrong.
No, it's life. Right? You're right. It's life, and things just happen. So this is why, you're always humble. You always move with a humble spirit.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Because a lot of times people that don't move with a humble spirit, they can get things taken from them. God forbid, they life taken from them. A lot of things happen.
Right? And overnight, he was a billionaire a week ago. And all it took for people to get together and take that from him, it just taught him a lesson. It doesn't matter how much talent, how much skills you have, you will always remain to be a worker. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't get that through their head. People think because they have money, they think it cannot be taken overnight. Listen, anything could be taken from anybody in any moment, any second, at any time. given
That's
day.
true.
No matter whether you're such an amazing person, you're a beautiful person, you done this, you done that. One word, you could lose everything with just one word. You know,
Yeah.
with one thing you do in life, one mistake could cost you everything you worked hard for the past 20 years. You could lose it in a second. What you worked hard for 20 or 30 years and worked hard maybe for another 20 years to maintain it. 40 years of hard work could be taken overnight. You could be
At the
home.
at the drop of a dime, man.
Right. You know, you got to appreciate everything you have, you know, the time you have with certain people. You know, you got to appreciate
Yeah.
that. Today you might see Mama Dukes, tomorrow she might be, later on she might be gone. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
check
That's
this out, right? I had
grandmother,
seen
my
this.
brother.
Yeah, I was in BK yesterday with the brother G-Dub Quinn, right?
Oh, you was out
And
there?
yeah, I was out in out there in Bushwick. What's that that I forgot the block, but I took the L train there.
Oh, Trent Bush.
I think you said the
Okay.
borderline of Ridgewood, somewhere over there we was at.
Okay. By Myrtle Avenue, probably.
Yeah, not too far from there, not too far from Myrtle.
Okay, get the fuck out of here. You was out there?
Yeah. I was out there for a minute, you know.
Hey, yo,
Yeah, I had
mission.
linked
Yo,
with
you
him.
be on a mission.
Yeah, I be everywhere. I bumped into my homegirl that I haven't seen in a minute, right? And she was telling me how her mom's passed and everything, and her mom's looked so healthy, everything, and I was like, wow. And that just reminded me when you had said that, things can just go like this. This is why while people are here, you got to be loving, caring, giving, always try to help people, because we might not be here tomorrow. I even tell my son that, he get mad when I call him, I blow his phone up, but I be like, yo, I just, you know what I mean? I love you. I just be wanting to talk to you. I just be wanting to drop jewels on you constantly because, even though he goes to work and he comes home,
How
but
was
I
that?
tell him, yo, when you're on the train, mind your business. I
Right.
tell him, where to sit, where not to sit. If you see this going on, remove yourself,
Walk
certain
away.
things. So,
I
because
like that.
tomorrow's not
Listen,
promised. But
I like
yeah,
that. That's how I talk to my young one, to my oldest one. He's
right.
still young, but he's a young, he's a man, a young man,
Yeah,
17.
yeah.
He goes to school all the way in East New York. He go to high school in East New York.
Oh,
And
wow. Okay.
he does that every day. And I'm really proud of him, for the type of
No doubt. No
person that
doubt.
I
Salute
am.
him.
For the person that I am, I'm really proud of myself. People don't even have to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of myself. That when people tell me that know me, it makes me
Mm-hmm.
feel good. Not people that don't know me, just hear me talk. The people that know me, they be like, wow.
Right.
And applause me because some people that I know that come from the same place I come from, the kids are living a different life. I'm not gonna knock them because I know them, but it's not right. But in their life, in their mind, they still living the life of being real. That you gotta be this, or you gotta be, So I teach my son, all right, there's many other ways you could be a real, solid,
Right.
loyal individual in any way you could be. Because first of all, you're a real person. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to you, you listen, you hear, you respond. So I already know you are real.
Comprehend. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying? Real don't have to be with anything that has to do with violence or anything like that. Your loyalty and you have to be real to yourself and know yourself before you try to be real and loyal to anyone else. Know who you are. You understand? Because how you gonna
Right.
be real to somebody else and you don't even know that person, and at the same time you don't even know who you are. You know.
Mm,
So,
that's a fact.
I tell them, the same thing. Be careful when you get on that train. Pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from certain individuals, like you said. Know where to sit, where not to sit. If you see something going on, don't stand there, record like a fool. Because from trying to get a video to show me, even just to show me and your mom what had happened, things could change. Listen, it only takes a couple seconds for a person to pull out a gun and shoot. You know what I'm
That's
saying? With
it.
seconds, 3 people could get hit. You know what I'm saying? One person could get hit. Is always the innocent bystander. So, you know, and today I had a conversation with my youngest. Also, we were on the way to school before that situation happened. He was telling me, yo, Dad, you know what's so sad? I was like, what's sad? And he was like, a lot of kids in my class can't read. I was like, yeah, right. He like, yeah, you know, sometimes the teacher wastes time and we stay stuck on one thing because a lot of kids in the class don't know how to read. I said that's
Right.
because the parents don't sit down with their kids and teach them. See, what I'm teaching you, not everyone teach their kids. You understand?
Right.
So don't make fun of them. You know, if you see you can help them, help them. If you
Yeah.
can't, just mind your business and whatever. If they want the help, you help them. If they don't want it, you walk away. But
Right.
it just shows you
Yeah,
that
because some kids are ashamed, so they might
yes,
front like they don't want
and
the help or whatever, and then get angry, and then it might get physical because they're ashamed or embarrassed, you know?
yes, and that right there also caught my attention that my son had to share that with me today and tell me that the kids in his class don't know how to read. And it's a shame that young kids, you know what I'm saying, can't read basic words because, you know, people are not putting the effort, you know, they're not being responsible to sit down
And,
and
yeah.
teach the
And
kids.
then a lot of the parents, you know, they want to get mad and then they want to blame the teachers.
Oh, yeah. But the school can only do so much. They got like 27 other kids to teach
And
besides the
some of them
one.
got children themselves at home.
Right. And they got children at home and they got other work to do. So they can't take 12 hours to try to make your kid understand the word duh, you know what I'm saying, or
Right.
pronounce whatever. You know, you as a parent got to take the initiative. You got to do the initiative and put some time with your kid instead of, doing what you do maybe
And I
now.
also think it's important what you where you point their mind to, you know, what you have them doing at home, like you said, studying. Do they read books at home? Do you have them doing anything academic? And even dressing them to the part too, because I think a lot of these children are distracted because they just worry about coming to school and drip, Jordans and mad drip, and that distracts a child also. You know what I mean?
Right.
You
And
got,
that
like they said, you got to dress for the job because your uniform, it puts you in character. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
and I like that you mentioned that because you know what? When you see us people complaining and talk about other communities, other race, other culture, what we can never build, you know what we can't fucking build? Because you got a bullshit minimum wage job. You know what I'm saying? You could barely survive off that. Knowing you're going through struggles, that check you barely get to make it to the next by week. It'll be gone by the time maybe sometime you hit the next pay, but you're wasting it on you waiting for the new Yeezys or the new Jordan.
Mm,
What flavor they coming out? Do you think a Jew worry about that? No, he used you for the fashion, but he's profiting. He's not wearing that. You seen the leaked video from Adidas and and um and Kanye West in that
yeah.
meeting with the lawyer when they was telling the lawyer was telling Adidas like, these ideas are his babies. When you steal his ideas, you actually taking his kids, his babies. You seen that leaked video?
I don't think I've seen that one.
Okay, there's a leaked video about a conversation they having and about I think there's a lawyer there, Kanye West lawyer, stayed letting them know about what they done was wrong. They did
Right.
wrong and they did him wrong. They stole his ideas and stuff like that. If you look at that video,
I'm gonna check it out.
I wearing maybe $80 pair Adidas on. The person, Adidas itself, he's only wearing an $80 pair of sneakers. He's not even wearing a $300 shoe. He's a billionaire or whatever he
Right.
is. He wearing the cheapest Adidas they probably made. So
Wow.
it shows you that they mentality is not into they don't wear their wealth. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They don't, we wear our wealth. You will waste your money, your tax return money on a gold chain or putting that shit on layaway. They will take that money and invest it into some type of stock, some type of Bitcoin or whatever it is they do, real
Yes.
estate or whatever. That's what they do. So of course they're always going to have more. If I was to be a Jew and you and I was to work in the same company, get hired the same day, we got the same hours, same pay. But remember, every week, every other week or month, you worrying about buying work clothes. Me as a Jew, I'm not worrying about that. I'm wearing the same shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I
yeah.
save money by not buying. You still buying work clothes. That's not
It's
included
funny.
in
It's
your
funny that you say that because I remember I used to work over there by Waste Management, right there by Morgan Avenue. You know where that's at, right? Morgan, off the
Oh,
LT.
that's
Yeah,
Graham.
so I used to work over there in the spot, right? And I noticed that a few of the we was like the same age, but the Jewish kids, like you said, they would wear the same clothes every day. You know, they would wash them, the same uniform, and they would wear those shoes. You know, those black shoes, and sometimes they would like busting a little bit on the side. And for like lunch, you know, they would have like a bagel, go to the bagel store, get something like real cheap, but when they go home, they say their wife used to cook. You know, they eat good at home, and then you got brothers going to the store getting $12 and not even really finishing their food. And then I just seen how they would move differently. They didn't waste $22 on lunch every day, or $30 on lunch, $12 on breakfast, $12 on lunch. They
Right.
saved it. They just get a bagel and an orange juice or something to
Crazy,
hold them. And they go
crazy.
home and they eat good. And
And
brothers is coming to work and drip, you know what I'm saying? And
word. yo, babe, check this out. You got
yeah,
brothers doing 40 hours overtime to go out to a club. Listen,
wow.
ain't nothing wrong with going out and enjoying yourself.
Right.
But if you see that's not getting you nowhere, if you're not buying the house that you had
It's not productive. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If you had a plan, a 5 year plan or 10 year plan, and you partying and you see within whatever five timeline you giving yourself 5 or 10, and you haven't accomplished those goals and reached those goals, you got to sacrifice something. You know you're doing something wrong. And look,
Yeah.
I was raised around Jews, so I know how
Yeah.
they live. You understand?
Mhm.
Look, remember I told you that we used to be by Marcy. I used to be by Tompkins, Sumner. Growing up, I grew up my whole life through those areas.
Yeah.
Okay, so my grandmother lived in 719 Flushing Avenue. That's between Broadway and Troop. Right behind it, there's a church. Across the street from her house, I got brothers and sisters that was born in a hospital right across the street, which is called Woodhall Hospital. You get off on the J
Mhm.
Flushing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
This is where I'm from, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's no bullshit. We, as cultural people, used to go fuck with those guys, harass
Yeah.
them. We used to bother them people, and they are trained and taught responsibility from a young age. You see, me and my other cousins, and the other ones that was older than us, we didn't protect the ones that was younger because we was too busy being stupid. You understand?
Yeah.
And
Right.
being shit. But them, they had responsibility at the same age that I was, whether they was 9, 10 years old. You had the ones in charge, the ones with the white t-shirts, with the white long sleeve button-down shirts with the vest. They was in charge of the young ones that played in
Mm.
the playground. You get what I'm saying? They taught
Yeah.
responsibility. They should go to school 6 times, 6 days a week. You know what I'm saying? All year
Right.
round. I think it was 6 days or 7 days a week. All year round, my brother, those people into education. You
Yes.
understand? They into the culture. I understand there's a difference, like I ain't gonna lie, what helped them out was that they wasn't stripped for their language, for their name, for a lot of things they wasn't stripped, but still, these people are not about what we about. You see, we
Yeah.
used to worry about clothes. They didn't. Those kids, I used to see them every day with the same clothes. The same clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not distracted by a lot of that. Where you have
Oh,
some people where they don't want to go to school if they don't have like a new outfit, or
right.
I
And
wore
that's
these sneakers, I wore this outfit before. People can't see me with it again. So like I grew up in Richmond Hill. So a lot of the Indian kids, they would come to school, high water pants, and you know how they sometimes they look, and
you grew up in
that
Richmond Hill?
yeah, well, yeah, South Ozone Park. Richmond Hill, by like Liberty Avenue, and
Yeah,
between
right.
Liberty Avenue over there by the A
Oh, been
train.
through that neighborhood.
Yeah, right there by the
111, 115 and all that shit.
exactly, yeah.
Get the
So
fuck out of here. Cosmo Bay is close to where I was. Oh, all right,
yeah,
got
I went to junior high school 202. You know, 202. That's over in Cross Bay and all of that. And I used to see them come to school, and they didn't have to deal with the
my little
distraction.
brother went to 202.
Oh, 202. Oh yeah, it was a good
202 is
school.
a black school, right? It's dominated by blacks, right?
Yeah. You had a lot of Italians too. A lot of Italians over
Yeah,
there.
my little brother, my youngest brother went to that school.
Yeah, they didn't deal with the distractions because you got a lot of these young brothers that's going to school, and they're really worrying about drip. And then now they got the little shorties, the little chicks coming on. So there's so many distractions, and that's not what they really need when they're trying to get their education. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? They're having kids at 13, 14, 15 years old, and because of the distractions. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
like you said, man, a lot of us we just got it wrong. We need to be just re-educated, man. That's why I love your YouTube channel, man, because you speak about stuff like this, you know?
Thanks. I appreciate that, Cosmo. You know, yo, Cosmo, I'm a, I'm a, I'm not old, but
Right.
I'm grown. You know, I'm older. I'm an older person with responsibility. I got a family. So
No doubt.
my channel is not to tell you what I'm about, you know, because that's the least people could care less about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, you know, and that's not gonna do me any good. It's just gonna bring me a lot of competition, and people gonna want to challenge me, and that's gonna
Yeah. That's true.
put in my mouth, and I may not be able to handle to what's coming for me because you won't know what's coming for you because you on the line just running your mouth.
I
But the people
feel you.
that's in the bushes, the bush babies, are the ones listening. You
But
know,
you
the
know what I love? You know what I love is that you always mention your family. You know, I see a lot of these other dudes, they try to hide their family or hide wifey. You
nah,
always mention your
family, bro.
family and
Without them, I wouldn't be where I'm
responsibility.
at, bro. You heard?
Yeah.
Listen, I tell you, look, like I said before, playing your life. Look, I've been I know real motherfuckers, but my job is not to talk about them and brag about the life and what they do and what they still actively doing. And
Right.
you know, those are my friends. I know who I know. I know what I'm around when I'm around. I'm not an innocent person. I'm around fucked up individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I speak around my peoples. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to hide. They respect me. I respect them.
But
But I don't
so
look forward to that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It didn't do anything for me. It still kept me in poverty. You heard? Yo,
right.
I'm doing a bullshit job. I mean, I'm getting paid good, decent money, but it's still bullshit. It's not the job that I feel that I deserve. You know what I'm saying? That I should have, But you know why that's the job I deserve? Because that's what I work for. I did
I feel
nothing.
you.
So the jobs I get is about nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling my son, I always talk to my kids. My kids, he's been doing researches on the colleges he was talking about in the universities and stuff like that. He's been on that for the past week, like he's been on that for the past week and writing and, trying to get everything right. And he's trying to write to these colleges. Well, I'm not properly educated. I didn't finish school. I played hooky more than I went into school. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
point, but I fucked up in school. I was more into fights and gangs. I got jumped. I got stabbed in my hand. Uh, man, listen, but it's not about me, dog. We got kids out there that need us, and the reason why there's a big disconnect because the grown niggas are leveling up to young niggas. You know what I'm saying? And this
Yeah.
is they don't respect us because they see us trying to be them. They see themselves when they look at us. So there's no need for them to respect us. Why are they gonna respect us if we walk in and acting like them and talking like them, behaving like them? Who's gonna respect you? Not even your own kid is gonna appreciate you. You can't tell your kid, yo, you can't be doing that
True.
shit
That's
if you
true.
walk in the same shit he's doing. So
Mm-hmm.
what? Oh, because I'm your father and I could do that. No, You know what I'm saying, dog? There's a lot of shit I used to do, and my son used to question me, yo, why you throwing up what you be throwing that up with your friends? I know what that is. My friend's father is down. And oh, you know my friend's father? Yeah, and you know, when he was first catching on, you know what I'm saying? And cosmology bay, I'm proud of myself no matter what I've done. Not
No,
proud,
I'm proud of you too,
but you
man.
know what I'm saying? Like I carry pride with a lot of shit I've done, but I'm ashamed of a lot of things I've done, even though I got pride. You understand? I'm
I feel
ashamed.
you.
My son had to bring me to realization. And one time, there was one thing that made me just walk away from so much. And I swear to God, and I swear on my family, I get emotional. I'm over here about to choke up, but I'm being real.
No,
Um,
you're a human being, man, and
being real, dog. Like I'm
yeah,
being
no
real.
doubt.
What my son told me, and he was honestly with me, like we was just chilling, right? It was me, him, and my youngest one. This is um like 7 years ago, because the little one was young. You know, he was in the front. We used to live in a house in East New York. So the youngest is just walking, and we got the whole yard, we got the whole house, we got everything. The youngest walking, I'm just watching the little one, and he's talking to me, you know, and I'm like, yeah, 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 you know, when you're kid. So I'm listening. He said, Pops, you know, I just wanted to tell you that um you are an important person in our life, you
No
know.
doubt.
And when he said that, I said, hold up, you know what I'm saying? Pause. So, you know, because at the same time, when I said hold up, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a father, and I love my family, but I didn't. I was afraid to hear something deep because I didn't want to hear that. You understand? I didn't want
Yeah,
that to change me from what I'm doing. That's what I said. Some people are afraid of changes. You know what I'm saying? Because I was afraid of it, and especially when my son spoke to me when he said, "You're a very important person in this house." And
that's good.
I grabbed my son and the little one. I said, "Come here." So I kept him next to me. I kept him between my legs. You know what I'm saying? I kept my hand in front so he won't go nowhere. So if I could take my time and listen, he like, you know, there's a lot of things you do for me. You know what I'm saying? That it helps me out a lot. You know, and without you, I don't think things will be the way it is. And he was young, and I was like, "What the fuck this nigga just said to me?"
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
So he said,
Giving dad his flowers, you know?
"Yo, pops, I don't want to lose you." So I said, "Oh no, you ain't gonna lose me. I'm gonna be here forever." But I had to correct myself with time. Once you know we got that right, with time I had to let him know that I'm not gonna be here forever. But it fucked up my whole head. That day right there was different than when I was with my peoples one time. You know, it took a couple weeks that had went by, but I was with my niggas. I was like, yo, dog, you know, I don't want no part of this, B. I just want to go home. Niggas
Yeah.
looked at me. I don't know if they felt something was wrong with me or whatever. They say it's all good. Go ahead. I thought people was gonna turn on me. I ain't come out for a while because I didn't know how people felt.
Right, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, always got to come outside. And it was crazy how people still, you know, respected my decision. They were like, yo, and I expressed myself, and they was like, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, you already an older person. You know, you're already 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? So you're almost on your 40. You know, so that's
Yeah.
it.
I mean, people see how you carry yourself and they respect that. And you know, it's a lot of people younger or older that been where we was at in certain predicaments. So they recognize it and they respect it. And as a young, like you said, as a young brother, man, I love the way you carry yourself too. You know what I'm saying? And
Right?
people recognize that, man, and it radiates. You know, it radiates.
Like I was like where I was at, man, with my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I grew up on 1345 Bushwick Avenue. That's between Schaefer and Decatur. That was right down the block from Best Buy, right down the block, literally
Okay.
across the street and go up to the next corner. And when you cross Broadway to the other side, that's Best Buy. You know, there's
That's
a whole,
fine. Okay.
you know what I'm saying? And if you go down more Best Buy, you hit Brownsville. You know, so that's where I grew up at. So that whole strip down to Flushing, Marcy, and all that, my family done lived through that whole neighborhood. So that's how I known so many people through my life and walked through those communities when
Yeah.
you know, even though I had problems, but with less problems than with people that wasn't from there entering it, because now nobody really knows you, and that's a different vibe.
Right.
So it was a little better for me because I went to school with kids and went through all that. But my grandmother was living on 719 Flushing Avenue between Broadway and Troop. The Jewish school was around on Troop, on Troop and Bartlett. So if you go Troop and Bartlett, Bartlett's a street. So there's a park there. We used to call it Bartlett Park. That's what it's called, Bartlett Park. So from there, you know, that's
What's
the
that
back.
park that's next to the precinct? That's not that park, right?
No, there's no precinct right there.
Oh,
So
okay.
a couple blocks down more, there's a precinct, but it's the 90th precinct. So
Because I got friends that live over by what's that? Troop and Green. You know where that's at?
Troop and Green. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're talking about up Best Side.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a little bit further from where you're
that's a
talking
little
about,
bit
right?
up. That's a little bit
Okay.
up.
Oh, okay, okay.
Back a little bit back from, because that's before my grandmother area. So
All
now
right.
there was a Jewish school there. My man, these people was in school all summer long. I never seen them guys in vacation. Every time, my brother, Tommy D, salute. My bad, y'all. Morena Reyes, blessings. Um, yo, these people, I never seen them take vacation. You know, when we used to be on summer vacation, school vacation, we used to be in the park. Them niggas used to still be going to school. We just see them coming to school on a school bus.
Yeah,
And we used
wow.
to laugh at them and make fun of them when we was young because we didn't
Yeah.
know better. You understand? We used to do stupid shit. We used to pick on them. We used to go get them little green apples, you know, in the yards. You know that you had places where they had trees that used to grow little apples like that, and people used to have places where there was a bandit where there was onions. They used to grow onions, but we used to find these places because we used to roam through the neighborhood. So we used to pick them shits and throw it at them. And we used to get chased by the whole fucking school. You know what I'm saying? The whole school. But being that we only live 2 blocks and the blocks is short, and my grandmother building is like literally across the street from the hospital, like across the street from the parking lot, right in the corner. It was easy for us to go in the building and lock the door. So we used to fuck around, bro. So you know what I'm saying? These people didn't live how we lived. They lived in school more than they lived with freedom. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We had more freedom, more playtime than them. They used to come out and play in the schoolyard for like maybe a half an hour, or 45 minutes, whatever. But the rest of the day, they used to be in school until like 5 o'clock. And I'm not sure if that's the time still or whatever, but they used to be in school. It used to be 5 o'clock, and that's when you see them coming out of school. It was crazy. 5 o'clock, those kids are coming out of school. So while we was coming out of school at 2:15 or 2:30 or 2:45, they was coming out of school at 5 o'clock. So you already know the amount of work they put in and what they being prepared for. You know, they parents, you got to look at their background, where they come
Oh,
from. They preparing them to be in
hello?
powerful position. You know, most of us don't teach our kids
Absolutely.
to be in powerful position. And that shit is deep cosmology, babe, because I seen how they was raised. See, Crown Heights is not far from there. The South Side is not far from there. You got the North Side, it's full of Jews too. If you go down that area, I could promise you one thing, cosmology, babe. That's like the city, but Jewish. And no violence, no trouble, no nothing. Yo, you don't have to worry about getting robbed. If you get robbed over there or shot, it's somebody that's from your community. that might bump heads or probably out there up to no good. But by them, there's no issues. I'm telling you, we was fuck ups. Me and my brother used to fuck with them. Yo, those people don't bother nobody. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. They just in control and powerful position. They in powerful. They in control of a lot of things that are that they in control of a lot of positions that are powerful. But that's because that's what they work for. That's why I say we can't beat the system if we don't join the system. In order to beat the system and make changes, we need to start pushing our young youth, the future, to be in powerful position besides just being actors and rappers or sports players, or fashion designers. We still going to be underneath somebody. You understand what I'm saying? So to break that cipher, people got to start doing their own. You got to open up your own factories. You got to take and put your kids in school and make sure they focus on education, put them in powerful position. Those people got control of everything that you think that you got it. Whatever you making millions out of, they run that. But that's what they take control of. So us as the people, we gotta push our future, the youth, to be in control in powerful position. As long as we continue to be actors and clowns and all that shit, we're not going nowhere. As long as people keep wasting their money on Yeezys, you're not gonna go nowhere. They use him to keep the people down. Hello, they not buying the product they distributing. They're not buying the product that they distributing, Cosmo. They actually they letting the people, the culture, spend their money on it. They just profiting off that.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Because I don't know, something going on with my phone. But no, you're right. You're right. Wow. They're using certain people as a mascot.
Right. But you be the fool. Look, one thing you hear, and I'm pretty sure you hear everyone in the culture would say, "Oh, but we spend trillions of dollars, and and these people, and we don't get nothing. They don't give us nothing." Well, you the fucking fool. You as a culture is the dumbest culture to know that you give them trillions of dollars yearly, and you got nothing. Why don't you take those trillions of dollars and open up factories in Africa where things could be made from your own roots, from your own kind?
Right.
Let's doing that. But people are so afraid to lose something to start on their own. Why some people live a miserable life in relationship? Because they afraid to go out there, to go on their own and do what they got to do again. You understand what I'm saying? Let's just talk about that. Why so many people in miserable relationships? Because they're afraid to go out there on their own and start something fresh, start something new. They're afraid of they start something new, it may not work out and it might end. Well, keep trying. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem.
Yeah, they're afraid. Yeah, you're right. They're afraid to move on or afraid to be on their own. And a lot of times they're just using that person.
Right. Just like people did to Kanye.
Sad.
Look, as much as oh shit, what happened to Bay put Cosmo pull up. As much as people want to say whatever, look, without them, nothing moves. So how you gonna gain control of something that's powerful? By pushing your people to be a part of those powerful positions. As long as we continue to be in urban fashion, worrying about spending 1,500 on whatever on a shirt or 800 on a belt, you're never gonna have nothing. If you sit down and think and look back 10 years, if you've been doing that for over 10 years, if you've been doing that for 10 years and you look 10 years back and you look 10 years, you look at 10 years back and you look at yourself now, you'd be like, damn, I could have had this when the market was lower. So you give other people opportunity. There's always an opportunity or always a time to invest, but a lot of people be afraid. People use the not knowing excuse to not accomplish anything. People always be like, oh, but we don't know no better. Well, you know that if you was to deal with a minor, you are a pedophile, whatever, you know that's not right. You know, if you do this, you know that's not right. So I don't understand when people say, oh, but we ain't know about. No, you should know better. If you know how to get an 8 ball and turn it to a 14 or to
Right.
7 grams, you know what I'm saying, to a quarter and a quarter to a half, you should know that there's other things you can do with money now. Like there's other
Mhm.
things, but people waste their time because they're afraid. You you give
Wow.
somebody an opportunity, babe. Look, babe, you may have, not saying you just in general. Let's say someone may have, in our culture, people will have $20,000 or $30,000 stacked, or they might have come across a lawsuit of $20,000 or $30,000. The first thing they do, go shopping, instead of taking that money and looking out and looking for some homes that probably owe taxes, that you could get, and if you get a loan, you and have somebody, a good contractor, do it for the right price, it could be profitable, and you and
Yes.
your family could live good. And all you gotta do just probably get a job, and it helps you out. Life could be a little easier. And if your kids focus and you focus on your family, and everything turns out to be okay, hey, with time, your family could be a very fortunate family.
I agree.
I take a few generations, but it got to start from somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
You
fact.
That's the only way for us to make it. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't focus on things that's not going to help me out in nothing. If I'm gonna be a part of a conversation, I'd rather be around a conversation that I know I could get some type of wisdom or knowledge,
Yeah,
that whether it makes
that's
me
smart.
rich or keeps me safe and
Yes.
keeps me alive the next day. I don't want to be around people who's going to give me a message, and I don't know what they might turn out to be.
Right, right. You want to be in conversations where at
Healthy.
least after you get out the conversation, you know more, you're a little bit more wiser, or that person told you something that you
That
can
I didn't
take
know.
to better
That I
your
didn't know.
life. That you could better your life, that you be like, oh, you know what I mean? And then a lot of times with these minute conversations, a person you might learn something, but it's the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody told you how to swipe somebody's card or how to take somebody's social security now or something like that. So you want to be in the right conversations that's going to
Right,
better your life, positive conversations. You know what I mean?
right. Yo, babe, check this out, Cosmo.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
you see, a person could easily be manipulated into anything. I don't care
Yep.
how minded a person is. If you let yourself fall for a certain crowd, you know what I'm saying, into a certain crowd that is nothing negativity, as much as you don't want to do it, you're going to participate with time because you're going to give it a try.
Right. Like they say, if you spend enough time in the barber shop, what happens?
Right.
You're gonna get a haircut.
And that's so true. And that's the problem. Listen, you got too many people want to impress people.
Yeah.
Osmo, nobody gonna sit with you and want to have a real conversation with you. If people in the real world will sit with you, 9 out of 10 they want to talk to you about somebody else or about a situation they had with someone. What do you think of this? What's on your
Hmm.
mind about that? When you could have easily had maybe a different conversation, that conversation could have led to an idea that it could have probably helped us build in some type of way, help
A,
us
pa-
out.
a power move. Yeah, a power move.
Right. Because with conversation, decent conversation, healthy conversation, look, people share their thoughts, and things like that. You might
Great,
hear
great
somebody
ideas. Yeah.
do something, you be like, bro, I do that, and you're like, oh
Hmm.
yeah, and you might find out that the reason why I'm no longer doing it because maybe I didn't know what I was doing. Maybe you have more experience. I might have more experience in a different way. But if we put it together, now the company is one. You know, we could only win. But if we're gonna sit talking about 1990 or 87 or 19 40 something or whatever. Dog, we only backed up. We supposed to move on. Go forward. Listen, the time don't wait on you. You heard?
Right.
Time don't wait.
No, no, it's definitely not a friend to no one.
That shit don't be like, oh shit, Cosmo about to be late for work. Let's hold on.
Yeah, let's hold on. Let's slow it
9:30 is
down.
9:30, my. You heard? 9:31, 9:30. That shit's not gonna wait till you get to work and be like, okay, 9:30, everybody. No,
Definitely not.
time don't wait for nobody. That shit's gonna leave you behind. You know, like that's just life. So I try to live my life humble. You know, there's no need for me to be telling you nothing about nothing because ain't nothing
Right.
really to tell a nigga about. I don't really want people to know certain things I've done.
Right. You're
'Cause I
not
don't
trying to
want people to
not
look
trying
at
to
me like that.
glorify nothing.
Yo, you know my fear is, that coming across somebody that might have never forgave you in life.
Yeah, I know
Niggas,
what you mean.
niggas talk crazy on the internet. But if you a real person that really done something crazy, like if you was really about that life, the other thing is, what if someone that you done wrong that never forgave you comes
Yeah.
across your channel and becomes your biggest supporter, feeds you
It- just to rock you to sleep.
just to wheel you in?
Mm.
Danger. That's the reason why I always, I fear.
There's
I'm
something to think about.
fear.
Something to
I
think
fear.
about.
Because listen, man, when we on the internet, we put ourselves out there, people, and you don't know who is who. But there's things, if you are a person who was a fucked up individual or change or still living a fucked up life, somebody that might have never forgiven you for what you done to them or to their loved one or something, someone they care for.
Right.
That
Or
shit,
they might think you had some type of involvement with something.
right? That's why that storytelling, it's not good, my man. Sometimes telling those stories is not good for you. Some
Yeah, 'cause
stories can be told.
it's kind of like rubbing it in the person's face because sometimes people, they might not forget about things, but it might simmer down, and now you throwing it in their face, and now not too many people know about it, but in their subconscious, they like, yo, I got to get this dude, I got to wipe this dude out, or it just brings up memories how you cut this dude in the face up north or
Yeah, we
something.
the same thing right now at the same time when you just said that
Oh,
part.
okay.
Crazy.
Yeah, because that's real life, and I think a lot of these dudes, right? I think they kind of realize that. That's why you see some of them that kind of backed off of the whole YouTube scene. Many of them came through like different platforms or the Queen's Flip joint, and I think maybe somebody told them or they figured it out themselves and said, "Let me kind of slowly go back into my cut." You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like you said, someone can rock you to sleep, man, send you mad donations,
Hell yeah.
buy your merch or whatever.
Everything. And that nigga want to kill you. They
Right. Next thing you know, he's talking about, yo, meet
middle of
me
a day.
here. He's like, yo, meet me here. Yo, I'm gonna get like $200 worth of merch from you. You go to meet him to buy him some merch. And next thing you know, so yeah, you're right, man. You're right. Everything you say is very very important, man. You got to know who you are and not just chase the clout and say, yo, I want to be a little YouTube superstar when it's not really beneficial, especially if you got children. Just take care of your children. Come online, you could drop a jewel or two. But I see now a lot of people just want to see their face to be seen. They want to be like like a celebrity in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. With negative energy that, when you tell people this is what you do, what you about, or what you've done. Listen, you don't know if that person's son is probably living with anger.
Mm,
Have a son, and that motherfucker be like, "Oh, were you the niggas who done my uncle dirty? Oh, my
right.
father." You
And,
know what I'm
and as
saying?
long
Yo,
as
I
long
know
as you're in the
the niggas
cut, as long as you're in the cut, they might not mind it. But once
that
you start, getting some popularity and they like, it sets a whole different tone.
Watch your mouth, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
realize that a lot of people who talk about how real they are, but a real motherfucker will watch his mouth, you know what I'm saying? Because a real nigga don't want to tell the world the bodies he caught or who he willing to kill, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and how you handle yourself.
Yeah, you know, and that's that's the
Yo,
problem where people
if
want to show.
if I fall off, it's probably because a call came in. All right.
I bet, you
Yeah,
know,
because
and
I think a call was trying to come in before, but I tried to answer it and then I couldn't hang up. It was crazy.
you
So if I
with
fall
me
off,
here, but I had to dub that. I'm chilling right now, but yeah, you
yeah,
know, Cosmo, you know, in this world, man, you know, the message that people really trying to do, people are trying to prove themselves to the world, when in reality,
mm,
there's nothing to prove anyone, anything. You know what I'm
trying to
saying?
prove themselves to the wrong people.
Because you only make yourself look like a fool by wasting time and trying to prove the world something. You understand?
Yeah,
Because the people's gonna see you in the same old spot talking the same old shit, but you ain't do shit. But you tell people that you about some shit.
right.
You telling people how much respect you got, but what that respect has gotten you. You telling me about your street credibility, but I'm watching
Mm,
my credit score go up, and I'm able to maybe do something with that, and your street credibility is going up. But you also got to watch yourself. You also got to worry about where you're going to lay your head at. Who's the next person you could be a narcissist towards to and control? You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because you need that person to survive off of. That street credibility don't get you nothing. You
No,
know,
don't.
street credibility could make you look like a fool at the end of the day. Will have you homeless. Street credibility will have you looking like a fool. You'll wind up homeless, talking all that street credibility shit and not doing nothing. You'll have these young niggas laughing at you.
Wow, that's deep that you said that because we was just talking about that yesterday on another platform. Street credibility. A lot of people are chasing it, and it backfires on them. What's the use of chasing the street credibility? And like you said, where's it getting you? Nowhere.
Nothing. It doesn't
You,
really get you anything. It
instead
doesn't
of
really.
having instead of just having real life credibility, based on your words, you say something, you do it. That's how you get your credibility. But a lot of these young brothers is chasing it in the street, and it's backfiring and messing their life up. And now they up north with 50 years, and that credibility got them nowhere. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's not like you could use it like credit or you could get something from it. It's only temporary.
street credit didn't get you nothing. If
Nope.
anything, it fucked up everything in life for you. You know, your name, your reputation, everything. You took losses in life. Other people took the advantage of opportunities that you done let pass by. You let go by you, and now you mad at the world. You know what I'm saying? Now you worrying about how you gonna feed your family because you let time go by you by trying to be someone and thinking street credibility was gonna be the shit. You thought that by knowing everybody in the neighborhood, you thought that shit was gonna last forever. Listen, people move. Eventually, you'll find yourself by yourself in the neighborhood because everybody would change, move out, move up, do different things in life. You will still be stuck in the same old neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And it's real when you know you see yourself in a situation, you be like, damn, I should have never wasted my time with them niggas or doing that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, people forgot to understand they gotta worry about themselves. We could all be chilling together, but at the end of the day, we all go our own separate ways. You know, some people just feel comfortable being around so many people, but not realizing when it's time to go, you gotta go your own, you gotta walk your own path by yourself. You gotta fend for yourself. You know, a lot of people don't know what it is to walk that path by themselves. You know, some people comfortable with just knowing the whole community, the whole neighborhood, and thinking that everybody's still gonna be living a fucked up life or a dumbass life. With time, you see people die from natural causes, from so many diseases. People get killed in the streets. People move out. You know what I'm saying? People wind up in prison. Yo, with time, things change, and you see your circle getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And next thing you know, there be that one day you be chilling, and you be like, "Who the fuck could I call? There's nobody to fucking call." There be that one day when you come into reality, and that reality hit when you think about, yo, I got nobody to fucking make a phone call to. No one that I really fuck with like that could really call. Nobody around. You know, like, and the people that are around change their life. You know, they not on the same shit. They ain't got time to waste talking nonsense. You know, motherfuckers got jobs, motherfuckers got family. You know, motherfuckers got bills, motherfuckers got mortgage to pay. You know, you got motherfuckers paying taxes, water. So they ain't even trying to waste their time with a nigga on the phone who's still in the same old hood, living the same old shit or talking the same old shit. So things change in life that you have to learn how to do things on your own and stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of people's way. You know, today, walking with my son and him telling me how it's a shame how kids in his class don't know how to read. It's sad, you know, because why your kid don't know how to read at the age of 8? He should know how to read already. You know, he like, oh, some of those kids are older than me. I'm like, whoa. So it's crazy. That means that the parents are not putting the time with their children at home when they should be they're not putting enough time with their children. A lot of parents actually not doing that shit at all. You know, to know that a big percentage of the kids in his class can't read is a problem. So it tells you with time, if that situation continues to happen, with time, the young kids, they don't find someone to help them, or they don't, and they're not strong enough, they're going to be victims to the system. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be victim to the system. You know, that's what's just going to happen. They're going to be victims to the system. You know, and it's a shame. You know, it's a shame. I actually really do feel bad for those kids. And I'm disappointed at those kids' parents. You know, there should never be no excuses why you can't sit with your child and help them out with the schoolwork. There's no reason why you can't sit with your child and help them try to pronounce a word. You know, there's no reason why. You know, there's no reason why. You know, there shouldn't be no reason why you can't sit with your child and sit with him and read a book. You know, that continue going on, that kid is going to be made fun of. That kid, the only way to face his fear is going to be violence. It's going to be punching other kids in the mouth, in the face, using aggression because of anger. You know, he's ashamed. So, in order to protect himself and his feelings, he got to do things that he don't need to be doing or he shouldn't be doing. You understand? That's a sad thing right there in life. That's sad. People, need to pay more attention to the children, sit down with the children, get to know the children, sit with them. Even if your child knows how to read and write, sit with them, talk to them about a future. You know, there's so many other things you could talk to them about. Even if you was a person who may not even, you know, even if you're not a positive person, try to be positive with your kids. Try to start from there. You know, Today having an interesting conversation, things could have changed our life. You know, Somebody's ignorant stupidity could have ruined something today. And I thank God for that. That's why I always pay attention. I'm always looking both ways, the streets and things like that. But thank God, man. Thank you. For real. I really do thank God for that. But these people over here driving around, homeboy rolling the blunt. She just speed up. There's a stop sign. You want to speed up. You're supposed to let us cross. If I wouldn't push my kid back, they would have hit us. Then the reply is, I said, yo, you blowing stop signs. I shot it out. He shots out the window, suck my dick. That's what people glorify and respect. The suck my dick niggas. Young kids trying to get to school, B. Parents trying to take their kids to school. You driving reckless like shit is sweet. Would you appreciate that if your parent was taking you to school? No. You wouldn't appreciate that. But people don't respect life. That's why they do things like that. That's why they do things like that. That's why they do things like that. Because they don't appreciate life and they don't respect life. They're not disciplined. They don't have no morals and no structure. You actually gonna speed up, be a dick, shorty. You're gonna do something stupid to laugh at with homeboy, with your man or whoever he is. You're gonna do something stupid just to have something to laugh about, and then worry about later, or think that it's gonna. That's like, what the fuck is wrong with people nowadays? People need to take time with their kids and teach them a little better, because things are really bad out here. People not really giving a fuck at all. You know, People not really giving a fuck. You always have to pay attention when you're walking the streets, crossing the street, walking home, walking out of your home. You got to pay attention. It is a wicked world, man. It's a wicked world. You know, it doesn't hurt or cost you anything to just slow down and come to a full stop at a stop sign and let people cross with the children that are on their way to school. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost you anything. Not. It's going to cost you more, and it's going to change so many things in life just because you want to play games and want to speed up a little. Some people do stupid shit. These young kids do stupid shit, and they're young, maybe like 18, 19 around there. But it's just some people do stupid shit. Some people do stupid shit. And it's a shame how people do things, you know, without understanding and realizing the consequences behind that. You know, it's sad to see people behave like that. But not everybody's gonna give a fuck about people. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna give a fuck about people. Not everybody gonna care about people. Not everybody's gonna care. People in this world not gonna care. You might go through something, they're not gonna care. You got people that act like they might care, but they don't care. Some people act like they care just to know what's going on. But do they really fucking care? No. People don't be caring about people like that. You got very is a very small percentage in the world of people who genuinely really do be caring for people. The rest are people that just want to know your business, acting like they care, but they don't really care. You be lucky if you got one person who can be honest and be real with you. The rest of the people are full of shit. You be lucky if you got a person around you or in your life that's honest to you and that's real honest to you, like literally honest, a real honest person. You'll be lucky to know a person like that. The rest, because the majority of the people are always going to try to bullshit you. That's why you got to come into reality in life and be like, you know what? Nothing lasts forever. I can't waste my time doing this shit. You see people that been, you see young motherfuckers that, you see people that you seen that was young coming up, their life changing and moved on and moved on and done so much, and you still doing the same old shit. You living the same old life. You ain't doing nothing. All you do, complain, whine, bullshit, always got a problem, but you still ain't do nothing. It's the same old life. It's the same old shit. It be the same old shit. It be the same old shit. And nobody really doing nothing. Nobody caring about nobody. People be bullshitting, fronting, lying, telling stories, using people, you know. You got motherfuckers in relationships unhappy because they don't even know how to go out on their own and do their own thing. They're afraid to start to go out on their own and start fresh, but they want to use and live off other people. You know what type of shit is that? There be some fucked up people in the world. That's why, look, people be bragging in life and all that. And it's crazy that in the real life, people always gonna see you and see how you live and know and all that. So, you know, even no matter where you at, where you go, when you talk, people gonna see that with time. When you out there doing fucked up shit, that shit's gonna catch up to you at some time. You know, everything come back in some way, somehow. And if it doesn't happen to you, you will see it. You will feel it. It'll happen maybe to someone close to you, someone you may love. That's how it works in life. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. You know? That's just how it goes. Like, we already started our Christmas shopping. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers didn't even do that. Motherfuckers didn't even do that. There's motherfuckers that can't even do that or afford to do that because they waste time in life and bullshit and nonsense. They can't even go out there and start Christmas shopping now, waiting for last minute. It's the honest truth. You got motherfuckers out there fronting the world, but can't even go Christmas shopping now and start their shit now. They wait for the last minute because they prefer to waste time. Me, I start my shit now. You know, then they wonder why their kids don't got a Christmas gift. Motherfucker, you ain't get a job. You ain't try to work. You ain't try to get a job, but you mad at everybody else that got a Christmas gift. You mad at everybody else that got their kids a Christmas gift, but your kids couldn't get the gift they wanted. So now you mad at everybody, or you not feeling people, or you feel some type of way, whatever it is. Continue to waste time. If you got children, you have a family, continue to waste time, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That I can't even get my kid a toy or a game system because you ain't get a job. Come on, bro. What does it take for you to be woke and realize you need to get a job? Now you can't feed your family because you in prison. In prison, dog. What's real about you caught a charge and going to prison? Your family's out here in this world and other people trying to take advantage of them. And if they're not strong enough, they're going to fall. And what's going to happen? Life is going to be a repeat. What's real about that? Oh, before anything, I continue. I'm not going to lie. I definitely want to say congratulations, you know what I'm saying, to my cousin, you know, who just graduated from the academy uh, to become an upstate correction officer. So congratulations to my cousin. He just became a New York State correction officer. So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty dope. I wish him the best. I wish him luck. You know, and I hope the job get done the right way now, and I hope he be very careful. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a dangerous job. I'm not gonna lie. You know, so that's why I can't show hatred because I got family already involved with certain things like that as police officers and things of that, and correction officers and reconciling. And now I got another cousin who just graduated last week from the academy and became a correction to for now is an official correction officer. You know, I'm really proud of him, so I can't really wish anything bad on those type of people. That's why I always keep it positive with them, because I got family that I look forward to seeing again that work with the system. You know what I'm saying? That's against a lot of people with what they believe. A lot of people be like, fuck the police, but I can't really say that because I got family out there on the clock. You know what I'm saying? I got family, you know, in that field, you know. So yeah, congratulations to him, man. I swear to God, man. That's a beautiful thing though. He came a long way. He has come a long way. The brother started as a traffic cop, a traffic police officer, police, and he, he did his 20 years on that, and then now he just switched on to as a correction officer, a New York State correction officer. So that's pretty dope, you know. That's dope. You know, not everybody want to be a tough guy. Not everybody want to be a gangster or whatever. You know, some people want to do something. But that was really dope of him. I'm really proud of him. I know his family's happy. They proud. You know, I know his daughter, his son is really happy and proud of him. And also, speaking on him and his daughter, congratulations to my little cousin, which is his daughter. My little cousin, she just got a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? She got, so now she's gonna negotiate or see what she do or whatever. And yeah, I'm proud of my family, yo. Everybody good for real. Everybody doing right. Everybody going the right path. Like nobody is going side. Nobody's being sidetracked. Everybody going the right path. Everybody heading in the right direction. It feels like everything is going right for every one of these kids in my family. You know, because they all chose career. They're all in college. My nephew, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? He got a year in university and stuff like that. He had earned this scholarship. You know, my brother's firstborn. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. He's the first one to make it to a university out of out of me and my brothers. You know, kids. My my older brother, firstborn, is the first one to make it to a university college and to get a scholarship. So next we looking forward for my son, and the rest goes on. You know, then we got our cousins who just got their scholarship. Two of my cousins just got a scholarship. One just got a scholarship like a couple months ago, like a month ago, something like that, a month and a half ago, something, I'm not sure, like something like that. And then last week, my other cousin just received a scholarship. So I'm proud of the youth in my family. You know, they really doing a great job. They really doing a great job. They chosen great fields. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like about those kids, that they got laptops, but they use it for so much research, for so many research. You know, they do so much, like so many research, like they do so much research. It's insane. Sometimes I be like, wow, these kids are no joke. You know, like they do a lot of research, a lot of reading. They do a lot of writing. The same with my son. Lately he's been doing research on these universities and these colleges. So that's what he's been doing. So I think I don't know anything about that, but he's been writing some letters or whatever he got to do with them, apply, whatever he's doing. And he got to, send it in, right? He's saying, so he's doing all that. That he's been doing the research to know exactly what he's trying to get involved with, understand what he's getting involved with. So I don't really know much of that. And even when I read it, I still don't understand it as much. So he understands it a little bit more than me. And I also, you know, have relatives that already are experienced with that. They'll be having the discussion with him more about that. But other than that, man, what I'm saying? Like, everything is good, man. I just I just want everybody to succeed, everybody to have a career. I want to see everybody in my family, all my nephews, niece. I want to see my little cousins. I want to see them all with their careers. I want them all to live a life comfortably. Um, I want them to understand everything is hard work, but um, I don't want them to, you know, waste time in life because I don't want them working hard and busting their ass, blood, sweat, and tear, and they working for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want them to work hard and be able to accomplish goals. Little Mario, salute. That's what I want them to do. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm looking forward is seeing the new generation in my family to be at. That's how I vision them because they all already on another level. It's like they accomplished things that I didn't accomplish. I never even graduated from high school. So these kids already accomplishing things that I never had accomplished. They got a scholarship. Like shit. You couldn't talk to me about a scholarship. I ain't, man. How the fuck you do that? Like it's just crazy. You know, school attendance, good grades, and man, good work. All it's just so much, man. And for them to earn that, I'm proud of them. Little Mario, what's going on, my brother? How's it going, Mario? What's going down? You know, I think every child, every kid, even if your child's, there's some kids out there that are very mature for a young age and very disciplined and like very structured. You'll come across some kids and you'll be like, wow, this kid is like a Bible. You know what I'm saying? He's like a book. This kid is really full of life. You could see it. But even those kids still need structure as much they could be wise or whatever. You know why? Because they still kids and anything could be soaking their head like a sponge. So you still got to protect them. So every kid should be protected. You understand? In a positive way. You understand? Um, I think I do believe that families should always encourage them to, you know, talk to their children about college. I think that's important. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's not that much. That's not that important." Listen, not everyone is blessed to even succeed on things without a degree. So certain individuals succeeded without a degree, but the reality is you better off getting a degree than living without a degree. Because if you don't have the right people and whatever, you know you're not going to get nowhere, you know. And there's people with degrees, they got opportunity to the advantage, you know. It's just that paper right there helps you out a lot, you know. That paper right there helps you out a lot. And, you know, and you having the information, it just, you just have a better advantage, you know. You have a lot of people that succeeded or successful, you know, a lot of people that never, you got people that barely went to school that are something huge now, but that's not for everybody, really for everybody. It's not a big percentage of that, you know, or I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I believe that education is very important. You know what I'm saying? Um, from my experience, for the other people in my family that are really highly educated, to see how they live and to see where they come from, you know. And I have family members of my age that we grew up together and played, and, you know, literally our whole life together. To see them accomplish and be able to, even, because I don't know what it is to purchase a home, but to hear them people tell me how it felt when they bought a home, and when they bought the home and they telling me about the deal and the house they saw and then they bought it. Just to hear that conversation coming from them is a lot. I'll be like, wow, that shit is deep, because I don't know what's to purchase a home, because I bullshitted. I wasted time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be real with you. They got the education, so they got it. So I didn't get my education. I ain't do nothing else, and I didn't even work as hard neither like that. So I guess that's why I don't have it. But for what I witnessed, even friends of mine, education is what leaded leaded them to own that building or that house or to have that business. Some of them just had it because they have a skill. Because I got friends who got a skill and they own business and they own homes because they have a skill. But not everybody in this world is blessed with that skill that they do something with it. You understand what I'm saying? And it takes a lot, you know. So education is very important. And us, us as adults, parents or grandparents or whatever, uncles, aunts, mothers, whatever, we should always prepare these kids for a better tomorrow. And I say, just look at yourself and look at what you have and look at what you have to offer and what you give them. Look at what you could have done too if you would have done what you had to do. But just look at what you have and what you're giving them, and how is how you earn it, and, you know, what it takes. I'm pretty sure at some point in time in that thought, while you having that thought, you may want to have there's at some point in time while look you thinking of what I just told you, something got to click in your head. You go and you gotta be like, damn, nah, I want my kids to do better. I want my kids to do better. You understand? At some point in time, something got to click in. You got that, yo, I want my kids to do better. I don't want my kids to be rude, disrespectful. I don't want them to burn bridges. You listen. Look, I say this: there's nothing wrong with allowing your kids to have fun, but it's good and it's best if you have your kids focusing, you know, on their education, on the future. It's best if you have your kids developing or working on a skill, on a craft. It's best if you keep your kids in that type of environment than having them outside playing, running around with other kids that you don't even know what these kids are capable of doing and who they are and who their parents are. because some of these kids have parents that are no good neither. So you can't even go to the parents and complain if something go wrong. You know, sometimes things could get out of control by you just trying to bring it to somebody's attention. So this is why I say I think it's best educating your kid and keeping your children educated and put your kids to, you know, push for things that are positions that are powerful. Like try to make your kids strong instead of making them weak. Raise them to be strong, not just real, like strong, like mentally, like seriously, like to think big, you know, to be in power, to be in positions that's empower, you know, what to be in positions where you can make changes, not for yourself only, but for everyone in life, not just for the culture, but for everyone in life. Be in position that can make changes and make differences in life. Be in positions of that than just always being a worker. Nothing is easy. Baby girl Wendy, blessings. You know, stop worrying about trying to keep your kid updated with the latest sneakers every time they drop. Sometimes your kid don't even need that. Sometimes your kid don't even need flashy things to be acknowledged. Sometimes a child with his innocence, with their sense of humor, their character, the charisma will bring them attention the right way, the right attention. If you raising a child about, you know, how to stay fresh, always looking good, so people don't talk shit, and you're not raising them to be in power and a position that can make changes for everyone in the world, well, you're not doing nothing. You can't complain when you can't make a change. Because you have people in the world who fighting to be in position that are powerful positions where they could control and make changes on how they want to make changes. For things like that to happen, we got to educate our children. Most of us are old. These are the young kids that could do it now. These are the young kids that could do it. But you have to start with the young ones, for they can do it. 10 years, 15 years from now, you might see some difference. More educated people in the community will be a beautiful thing. More people in our community too, or we could have a better conversation. We could probably show some type of improve or whatever, some type of, you know, anything that's positive that could help us build and to keep us right and healthy, and anything that's good enough that will help us to see another day and live another day and our family is safe will be a beautiful thing. Anything like that will be a beautiful thing. It will. I know it will never be perfect because what is good, there's bad. What is bad is good. But what I'm saying is, everybody ain't bad. A lot of people pretend to be bad, and that energy they put out there, and other people think that this is what life is, and they gravitate to that, and they grow to be something they shouldn't be, and then bad things happen, and then that's what makes you a bad person. God bless everybody for real. God bless everyone. I hope people one day could figure it out themselves and just realize being low budget ain't everything all the time, you heard? To be low budget, just because you want to be free or do what the fuck you want to do, ain't worth it. Motherfuckers ain't friends, B. A lot of people will be your friend to look. Friends, loyalty is only until that person wants to be loyal. You know faces, but you don't know nobody's mind, thought, or feelings. So just remember that what I just said. You know faces and features and voices, but you don't know a person's thought or a person's feelings. You will never know that. You will never know what your father or mother's thinking or what your son and daughter is thinking. Never. You could assume, but you will never know what's on their mind and how they really feeling. So when it comes to the outside world, you have to be very careful on what you do and how you carry yourself. Because if your life is just based on being loyal to people, I would like to know what's your loyalty for. If your life is based on being loyal to the world or to people always being loyal, what's your loyalty about? Matter of fact, it's too much loyalty coming from you. Let's go riding. You got to be careful who you telling who you loyal to. You might be talking to the wrong person, telling them you loyal to the wrong person. You telling me you a loyal motherfucker all day, every day. My man here, you talk about how much of a loyal motherfucker you are. You know what? Right about now, we need a loyal motherfucker like you. Come on, let's go ride real quick. Are you ready to be loyal and put yourself in that position that you don't really need to be in? But are you ready to put yourself in a position just to prove to me that you are loyal, knowing that anything can go wrong? That only proves to me that you will only be a dumb loyal motherfucker. Because you didn't have to be loyal to me. You could have been loyal to me and be like, nah, I'm cool, and not even talk about it. You know, everybody want respect, but have they earned their respect? Have they given the respect? But people want the respect. I've been around people that's respected and people that are feared. I've seen the difference of people that are really respected and people that are feared. People that are feared didn't really get much from those that are really respected. People that really respected don't ever tell you they respect it, because you could see it when you stand in their presence. Wherever you go, whatever move you do with a certain individual, you be like, this person is respected. And I'm just speaking to the world common sense. You know when somebody's respected. You could just go home on your own, be like, yo, this motherfucker's mad. They respect this dude. Everything is out of respect. You know when somebody is a person that people fear. When you walk with that person, you're going to feel the tension, the energy. You're going to feel the vibe when you walk the streets with certain individuals in the world. You know, by walking with someone, you know what a person life or what a person might be more or less. There's the energy we all release. You know, I don't need you to be real to me. Just want you to be you. Be you. Be about yours. I want you to be who you supposed to be, not what you want to be. Like in these streets or whatever. I want you to do what you need to do. You don't need to prove to me nothing, or to my friends, or to anybody in my family. You don't need to prove any of us, and neither one of us, anything, because we really don't care. We will listen to you, but we really don't care. So, sometimes people put themselves in position in situations where they look stupid. They be proving too much to motherfuckers, and they wind up being disappointed. Or either or, any side winds up disappointed. Yeah. Work clothes ready for it. But I ain't go. It is it's real. It's real. You know, people prefer to focus on negativity and nonsense and like petty shit. But the truth is, can your son or daughter know how read? That's sad. That was something my son brought to my attention. I'm like, damn. I said, nah. He said, no, for real. Half of the kids in my class can't read. I was like, wow. That's sad. That I had to hear my son tell me that half of his classmates can't read. Those kids should know how to read. It's sad. It shows me, it tells me that those parents, when I see those kids walking with their children, I know their families don't even give a fuck. They ain't worrying about them. Your child can't read. You're not sitting with your kid. When he do homework, you don't make him read. You give him the answers, or you just let him go to school without his work being done. Like what's going on? People, you got to put your kids to read, man. They got short little books, you know. You got to start them off from somewhere, but you got to start doing something for them with them. It's you that got to prepare your child for a better life, not me or nobody else. It's your child. It's your children. Don't depend on programs to take care of your kid or help your kid. You got to do that yourself. You got to push. You can't have your child in school with all these kids in a big class and he can't even read or she can't even read or write. That's not even nice. That's not even cool. You know, You want to pick your kids up from school and go outside, hang out, or bullshit, or do something else. You should take that time and sit with your children and help them out. And just sit with them. Take the phones away. Nah, people be having their kids with the phones all day. The kids be with the phone all day. All day on the internet. They ain't learn nothing. But to be a bunch of clumsy motherfuckers behind the motherfucking internet bullshit shit that they got going on. Come on, man. Their kids are being educated, and you got your kids over here stuck on bullshit YouTube shit just for he could leave you alone, or her, for her, she could leave you alone, not to bother you or whatever, stay away from you, for you could be able to smoke or do whatever you do or talk your shit. You rather let them do what they want to do on social media. But then when they go to school, they can't even read. A kid like mine's got to share with their parents and be like, yo, and tell me that your child don't know how to read. That's an embarrassment for a parent. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. Your child can't read? Come on, man. You know how rough it is in this world? And your kid can't read? You know how rough it's going to be for him in this world? Not knowing how to read? He won't even know how to read a fucking contract, a letter, or she won't know how to read a contract or a letter. She won't know how to, or he or she, either or, won't know what the fuck. Anybody could just write any. Oh my God. Yo, this is crazy. That's what I say, man. Too many people waste time on trying to be something in life. When you got children, you should be teaching them something about life and teaching them niggas right. But, you know, you rather try to school other people on the internet when you better off schooling your own child, and your child could be something better in life, you know. But you want to fucking try to school other people on the internet on shit that you don't even need to school people on. You know, knowing your child have issues and you ain't even take the time to sit with them. That's crazy. Yeah, yo, that's sad, right, Pops? I was like, yeah. You see me? He's like, yeah, for real. I was like, oh wow. He said, but how they don't know how to read? I was like, oh, I don't know. They supposed to know how to read. Yeah, they're supposed to know how to read already at that age. 8 years old, they should know how to read already. Because when I sit with my son, he's actually reading, and I'm just there watching and looking at what he's reading, so I know he's not saying the wrong word or something. You know what I'm saying? So he reads pretty good. Because 9 out of 10, he reads the shit out with no problem. I'm just there to just help him and tell him, just take your time, read it again. You know, I'm always with him in those type of levels, and I'll always put in certain scenarios to where he got to figure out, but he gets it. But yeah, you got to sit down with your children, man. You gotta sit with them. You gotta teach them how to read. Don't expect for the teachers or nobody else to do that for you. You know, they're gonna do their part, but the rest is on you. Remember, they go home to you. The parents go, them teachers go home to their own children. And guess what? They gotta teach their children how to read better. They gotta help their children with their work. So it don't even end there for a teacher. The teacher has the same responsibility as you. For real. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, this shit is no joke. When your kids can't read, that's a problem. If your kid can't read, that's a problem in life. How you gonna make it if you can't read? How you gonna make it? You don't got a skill in something else. You're not hands on or whatever. You're done. You can't read. You can't even start. You can't even fill out an application if you can't read. You can't even write the name of your old job, or you can barely spell the hospital where you was born at, or you can't even spell the street of where you was born at. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's sad. Reading is important, my brother. I ain't gonna lie, man. Reading and being well disciplined, manner, and all that is very important in life, bro. It don't matter what. Being tough and all that shit, that's not what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Knowing how to read and write is very important in life, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, being, you know, having discipline, having manners, having respect is very important in life. Trust me. No matter what, that's very important in life. All that crazy extra shit, that's not what it's about. You take more losses like that. You gain more by having respect. You know what I'm saying? You having self-respect and respect for other is everything. You don't even gotta, I don't even want to say, but trust me, respect is everything. You know what I'm saying? You respect yourself and treat yourself right. Everything else, it'll fall into place. You ain't got to talk about it. Respect yourself. You know what I'm saying? And respect others, but respect yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you'll get your respect. That's how it goes. If people don't respect you, they'll respect you some way, somehow, someday. They'll respect you. Trust me, but they will respect you someday. You know, respect, you gonna get that. You ain't gotta sweat it. You ain't ever gotta be thirsty for respect. As long as you respect yourself and you know who you are, you ain't gotta worry about any motherfucker showing you respecting you. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck. You know who you are. You respect yourself. You don't need the whole world to respect you or feel you, understand you, rock with you, or what. You don't need the whole world. As long as you know yourself, you good. You know, because everything else around you, you ain't gonna really know. Everything else around you is gonna go. Everything else around you is only temporarily. You lucky if you wind up with your childhood friends. You know, everything is temporarily, bro. People grow up, people move, people change. People, you know, people don't want to waste their time with people who ain't about nothing. Like, oh man, we used to do that shit, but we was young. I ain't talking about that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets corny. You know, you gotta be about something. If you're not about nothing, you're gonna be stuck in the past. You ain't about nothing. Niggas that's moving on in life and it's about something in life, I'm not gonna really fuck with you. You still stuck in the past. They're not trying to reminisce. They trying to push forward. You know what I'm saying? They've been pushing forward. They sit here reminisce with you, they ain't gonna never get nowhere. They might take a loss and they learned that themselves. So they ain't trying to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that reminiscing, wasting time, hanging out, bullshitting, always wait a minute, hold on 1 second, whatever it is, yo, listen, you throwing all that time away, you wasting all that time. Give your kid that time and watch things change and things be better in life. And matter of fact, things will be much easier because your child develop and matures up a certain way where you know they're responsible and you know there's certain things you don't have to worry about. So, you know, and it helps you as a parent, it helps you. You can focus and concentrate a little bit and do what you got to do. You ain't got to worry about your kid getting caught up with some shit because he's always on some shit. You ain't got to worry about you getting caught up with some shit because your kid's on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it helps out a lot, man. It helps out a lot. It sometimes it could save you money or it could save your death. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, you know, a lot of people is generation, you know, that's how they live, that's how they are. They don't see a problem with it. That's people out there that live that's through generation. But there's people that don't live that life like that. You know what I'm saying? There's people that do come from good backgrounds, good homes, you know, good families. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. And you know that shit ain't right. You know that shit ain't right. So do what's right. Lead your kids to a better route instead of leading them niggas into the darkness, into a fucking tunnel where it's fucking pitch black, where they could just get hit by a motherfucking train because they ain't gonna know what the fuck is coming for them. You know what I'm saying? Don't lead them niggas into a dark tunnel where they could get hit by a midnight train because there's no light. You know, don't lead your kids to that motherfucking hole. Lead your kids to the light. You know what I'm saying? Teach your kids to be in power of son or do something. Even if they're not going to be, but teach them to do something. Start off, man. Trust me. Life is a struggle and the struggle is hard. And it's not even cool to struggle, B. For real. Yo, it ain't easy to save a couple thousands in the bank or a couple hundreds itself. It ain't even easy to save that when you work and paying bills. You know what I'm saying? It's not even easy, you know what I'm saying, to save, you know what I'm saying, 45 or 4,800 and then you throw away half of that shit on clothing, on gear, and then you got to continue to bust your ass again and just to see, nah, that's not worth it. It's not worth it. You got to think. Are you going to give your money away and make the next person richer, or you trying to make yourself rich? What are you trying to do? What's the plan? The plan is for you to get rich or to help them get rich? You tell me. I want to know what's your plan. Your plan is to what? Get rich or make them rich? Because if your plan is to make them rich, why are you complaining when you wind up with nothing and they rich? You made them rich. You made them richer. You made them more powerful. You made them stronger. You can't complain. So what's your goal? Your goal is for you to get rich or to make the next person rich? I just want to understand that. Because if the goal is for you to get rich, so why are you throwing your money away and wasting it and buying things that are worthless, you're gonna lose value as soon as it's put in your hands or your hands is on it. You pay for it. It's only gonna lose value Why do you want to put your money on things that's going to lose value? It's going to deteriorate. That you can't get nothing out of it. Why would you put your money on that? Why would you put your money on jewelry when you're going to barely get half? When you could maybe get half or barely get half? Why? You got to look at what you throwing your money away to. You making other people rich. You can't be mad because that's your goal. You make money to make people rich, right? Other people make money to make themselves rich. So you're the dumb one to buy other people's product. You're the dumb one to make other people's rich and then complain. You're the dumb motherfucker. You know, so if your goal is for you to be rich, you can't throw your money away. You can't give your money to others. If your goal is for you to be rich, if your goal is for you to be rich, why would you go to one of these high-end stores and put that insane amount of money in their pocket and complain when you have nothing? Why? I want to know why. Then you got people doing minimum wage work jobs and throw their money away like nothing. Then complain about the world and complain about those who have something. Complain about those who accomplish to have something. Complain about those who had goals. Complain about those who sacrificed and had goals and succeeded and accomplished those things. People be mad at them. You can't be mad at them. Your goal was to get money and look fresh. Their goal was to make money and invest. But this is my time. My time is up. Yo, I appreciate you guys. Peace and blessings to all you, to everyone of you guys. Thank you for supporting, pulling up for the meanwhile, for the time y'all was there for. I appreciate you guys. I'm out of here. I gotta go do what I gotta do. And yeah, man. Blessings to all you, man. Y'all have a great night and do your thing, man. God bless y'all all, man. And do something with your kids or nephews or nieces. You know? Like, just think about it. Think what you want for them in life, where you want to see them in life. Just think about that.